So let me not start with such a deep breath.
What is the meaning of life?
The sigh. The sigh of exasperation. No. So I've been doing this group with my church. It's a small group. It's called Freedom. And it's very much about like dealing with your past and like all the junk you've been carrying and stuff and all the trauma, blah, blah, blah. And it's been really awesome. I did it last year for the first time. I'm doing it for the second time. But we talk a lot about different aspects of it's so varied because so many people hold so many different things through life.
Yeah.
That well, one of the sections is called Words of Life, and like we learn about how important words are, and because it literally says in the Bible like words can bring life,
right,
or bring death.
Yep.
And our tongue is so important. Like the tongue is can determine so many things. Like we need to be so careful with our words. And I feel like nowadays with social media and stuff, we're so not careful with our words. We're so like blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, there's so much immaturity to that.
Right.
That
because it's just content for content's sake.
Yeah. It's just like, no, I feel like we need to really think about our words and make sure that they are life-giving words, because especially like as a mom and a wife, for me, it's like the words that I say, if I say something bad, like if I mess up and I say something awful to my kids, they will remember that.
Yeah, they'll carry that forever.
They're going to remember that. And there's times where I can think about things that have been told to me as a family member told to me that I still remember, and it was told to me as like a kid or a teenager. And I was like, why did they say that? Or, like it sticks with you because words are so powerful and we need to be so careful with our words. And so, especially as friends, I want to encourage everyone to be careful with their words too, in terms of like giving life to our friends. I don't feel like there's any reason to be tearing our friends down, even if they're messing up, even if they're jerks, even if they're like, there can be a way to lovingly,
right, the honesty
help.
with grace thing.
Yes. And like, I think that we need to be like hyper aware of our words, not to where it's crippling, like, oh my God, I can't even say one thing, but filtering it through a lens of like, is this giving life to this person or is this giving death to this person? Because it is that serious. It is a life or death matter. And I know that since doing like this curriculum, like learning about how important it is, especially with my kids and my husband, I feel like I've been trying to give so much more words of affirmation, so much more like encouragement. And I feel like encouragement is one of the keystones in friendship. I feel like encouragement is one of the main reasons why you want a friend.
Right.
You need a cheerleader in life, because sometimes you're not going to get it from your spouse or your family members or whatever, even not even from yourself. You can't even.
Yeah, you can't depend on yourself.
You can't depend. So having that external friend to be like, oh my gosh, I love seeing you. You're always so happy. You're always so and that feeds and that builds into that good stuff inside of us, that I'm like, encouragement is like so much of what friendship is about, And so I think that is something that I would like to work on with myself, is being more of an encourager and like speaking those words of life and being aware, like, because I have said mean things before, like, and like I said to my kids who are very impressionable, like, I don't want that to be something that they remember forever.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like I just want to encourage, I guess, our listeners and myself and everybody, like, encouragement is so huge. Like, we were watching the Great British Baking Show the other day, and the judges were like, this is wonderful. This is so beautifully done, blah, blah, blah. And the people are like, oh my God,
Yeah, no, it really
This,
affects.
these
Yeah.
words from people you respect mean everything. They mean success or failure to
Yeah.
you. So my mom mentioned, she's like, wow, that's crazy how powerful these words are to these like contestants that are just like baking, you know? And it's like, but to them, it's like, I've put everything on the plate
Right,
for you.
right.
What do you think?
Yeah,
And they're just like, oh my
yeah, it
gosh.
takes a lot of courage on their part. So
Yeah.
having that thoughtfulness of being encouraging and using that filter to decide whether or not that's something you should say is pivotal for sure.
Yeah. And it just means everything to them.
Yeah.
That they've accomplished something.
Yeah.
But they've heard someone that they respect say,
Acknowledge, yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
You know? And that makes me think of like, at the end of the day, who are we really trying to like please?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was just thinking of that verse where it's like, when we do die and meet the Lord, like he's gonna, what is it that we want him to say? Well done, my good and faithful servant. Like we even want approval from God. Like we want approval from him most of all. So I don't know, I just think that's interesting that we cling on to these words so desperately, whether negatively or positively. We cling on to them so like much. And so I don't know, I feel like we just need to be more aware of what we're saying.
Yeah.
And be intentional with our
Understand
good
that
words.
every conversation has the ability to turn someone's day around. It's just dependent on how what you say, right?
Yeah.
So you be mindful.
Yeah.
Be mindful, because even if you don't realize they're going into hanging out with you after having a bad day, you know, because some people just don't like to let other people. I know you could be friends forever, but someone like myself, I don't want to worry you. I don't want to, especially when, you know, you're having a good time, whatever. But you know, just knowing that at all times you should encourage, that you should be positive, that you should let them know, hey, you know what? You're so, like, I love being around you. You're so awesome. You just, your energy is so, it brings so much vitality already. A shift.
Totally.
A shift.
It's an energy shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not every conversation is a casual one. Like, it's not, each one has the ability to impact.
Yeah. And I find myself being very much like in like public spaces. So like not necessarily when I'm having a conversation with somebody intentionally, but like just going to the grocery store, just whatever. Like I'm on airplanes, I'm very much like the AirPods in, don't talk to me.
Oh yeah,
person.
no, for sure.
But I'm like, I want to be even more mindful in those types of settings, to be kind to those around me. Like just say something nice, like whatever, to anybody. Because again, it's like, you never know if that cashier is having the worst freaking day of her life.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend just broke up with her. She has no money in her bank account. Everyone's being a jerk at work. Like, you never know the horrible feelings that people are going through. And for me to just be like, thank you so much for whatever you look, or whatever. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Thank you for smiling at me, or whatever, or something. Just, you look so nice today, blah, 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 whatever comes naturally, not BS,
Right.
but whatever comes naturally, that it could turn her whole day around. You know, it really could. And I'm really bad at that. In like public settings, I'm not good at that.
I'm always like, do they even want to hear it? Like,
I don't
do they
talk to anybody.
I assume that nobody wants to hear what I have to say. So
Yeah.
I just keep quiet, even
Yeah.
though I'm always like, oh wow, their outfit was super cute, or her nails were really cute.
Yeah.
Or like, oh my gosh, she just looks so pretty.
Yeah.
Like, I never, you know.
But that could change their whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be more intentional with that too, because I hate that I'm always like, blah, 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 like, nobody talk to me. I'm just gonna get my groceries and go. But yeah, I want to be more. I mean, we live in this world for a reason, you know, and I don't like that I get disconnected to the outside world, you know.
The real world.
Yeah.
Versus like
Yeah,
the screen. Yeah.
yeah, I don't.
So
like
willing
that.
to compliment people on their posts and but then once you get out there, it's like,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah, so fake.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to be a fakie. I want to be real. So I don't know. I just thought this would be a good thing to talk about, especially when it comes to friendships as well, is like being that encourager, that cheerleader for your friend. And maybe it's going to be one-sided for a long time. Maybe you're going to be the only one saying nice things to this person for a long time, but that's okay. Like they'll eventually reciprocate.
They'll come around.
Know? So I think it's important and to be careful of those words, of those harsh words, those deadly words.
Yeah.
Because it can be a lot. It can tear down really quickly. So yeah, I just thought this was important to talk about. It's not so lighthearted. It's kind of more deep, but you know,
we need that. We need that in your friendships.
Friendships get deep.
They get deep.
Yeah,
they get deep. They go down deep.
A deep geyser. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what goes deep. Anyways, Alex.
Sorry. I live in the gutter.
I know. What was it? Trash Panda?
Trash Panda.
What's Trash Panda?
That's just a raccoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're a gutter panda?
I'm a gutter.
All right. We shall end there then.
Well, then goodbye. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Soul Sisters Podcast. We would love it if you could share with a friend.
And like, subscribe, follow, all the things. Anything that you guys share and promote is going to help our podcast grow. And obviously, this is for you guys. Like, we want this to be something that's edifying and entertaining and fun and a friendship that you can build on via podcast, just like literally listening in the car. So anything that you can do to share this podcast would be so wonderful. And we'll see you next time. Oh gosh, the little heart.